Hey man, I'm ImNasir. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my definitive FNAF game ranking. Also, just a little PSA, I'm not going to be ranking any of these games listed on the screen. I'm only going to be ranking the mainline games. I'm not going to be playing no FNAF World or Fazbear in space. What the heck? None of that. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Honestly, I can't see this being anywhere but A tier. This is what got me, and I'm pretty sure like half of you guys as well, into FNAF. I remember watching like all my favorite YouTubers playing it. I know some people say the gameplay is kind of repetitive, like the whole door flashlight, door camera, door flashlight thing. But honestly, the gameplay was fine. I think it's just like the other games kind of like... the other games, like, if you don't say what you need to say. I think it's just the other games, like, repeating the same format that kind of made it, like overdid. And it had a pretty easy to follow storyline for the time. Overall, classic game. I'm giving it an A tier.
I'm doing Freddy, and you better be ready, cause when we come down, yeah, we're gonna have a party.
Now this is definitely a highlight of the series. It introduced so many new characters. I mean, look at the roster. We got Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Mangle, the Wizards, and... Alright, y'all. Alright, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Alright. Also, the lore drops in this game were genuinely insane. Like, I love the little mini games that reveal part of the story, like, you know, the missing kids and the purple guy, aka William Afton. We'll get into that later. And the atmosphere and sound design is like top notch. Like, who don't get goosebumps hearing this sound effect? Overall, peak game, easy S tier.
Michael, don't leave me here.
Low key, FNAF 3 is kind of mid. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it's kind of boring. But what it lacks in gameplay, Bro, can I speak? But what it lacks in gameplay, it definitely makes up for in like storyline. Remember the purple guy I was talking about? So we find out his name is William Afton, and he's like the guy that built all the animatronics and, you know, captured the kids and whatnot. Climbs into the spring Bonnie suit, and the spring locks like snap shut and it crushes him in the suit. I don't really know what he thought was gonna happen, and now he's Springtrap. I love Springtrap, bro. This is how you do a horror villain right here. But I'm not gonna lie to you, his jump scares kind of suck. This is frying me. He really trying to riz you up mid jump scare. But yeah, overall, I'm giving FNAF 3 a C tier.
I'm Nightmare Freddy, and I'm in your head. I'm Nightmare Freddy, and I'm in your bed.
This game traumatized 12-year-old me. Easily gets the #1 spot for easiest game in the series. In FNAF 4, instead of being like in an office, you play as like a little boy who's has nightmares of these animatronics. You have to use a flashlight to check the doors on each side of his room. Also, quick side note, why does this little boy have 2 doors on each side of his room? Who manufactured this room? And the creepy atmosphere is god tier. Since you don't have any cameras, you have to like listen closely for like the heavy breathing. So you gotta like lock in playing this game. But despite me losing sleep over this game, it's actually my favorite in the series. Let me explain. This is the game that like really got me into like the storyline of FNAF. Like, you know, like playing as William Afton's son and Michael bullying him being the victim of the bite of 87. Excuse me. The bite of 83. Another side note, I don't know why they changed the bite of 87 to the bite of 83. Like, I don't know why Scott would hype up the bite of 87 in each game leading up to this, only for this to be the bite of 83. We never see the bite of 87. This is the only bite we see, but we never see the bite of 87. Why would they change FNAF? FNAF is FNAF. Aside from that, FNAF 4 is an easy S tier. Pretty solid game. I love the overall vibe of Sister Location. It's more stylish and it has a lot of personality. I like this like sci-fi vibe that they went for. But gameplay wise, it's kind of all over the place. Like 1 minute you're like just in there fighting for your freaking life, and then some parts are just like you waiting for stuff to happen. Wow, this is truly compelling gameplay. And honestly, I think this is the game where it really started to like overcomplicate the lore. So William built killer robots that were different from these robots, and he uses this magical element called Remnant that's made out of ghosts, and you play as Michael as an adult, and he looks for his sister, and then he finds out that his sister was actually Circus Baby the entire time, and then he gets scooped.
Understand, I'm just trying to be the daily scoop.
But he's still alive because the remnant bonded with his soul and it kept him alive. I don't know anymore. But still, as overly complicated as the story is, it's a cool story. Solid vibes overall, but not peak. Solid B tier.
Connection terminated.
Bro, this game had to be like the biggest bait and switch ever. Everybody's booting up this game like, oh, it's just gonna be like some like Roblox type tycoon type of game, and then all you see is this. Honestly, I would have been fine with this being like the end of the series, because it kind of felt like everything was kind of like leading up to this moment. Not that I don't mind the other games, it's just if they really wanted to end the story here, I would have been perfectly fine with that. Also, Henry gotta have like one of the coldest speeches in all of fiction, bro. Listen to this.
Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend.
Yeah, this game goes in A tier for me.
Ultimate custom night. Killing it on the mic. Corey Kenshin is that guy. Yeah. I don't even know why.
Alright, look. We all tried to beat this on 50/20 mode when we first played it. Don't lie. Honestly, I love this game. The voice acting alone carries like half the experience.
Arr, I came for ye booty.
Huh? It's not super heavy on like story, unless you want to like dive into the whole Afton being stuck in purgatory thing. But as a gameplay experience, chef's kiss. Overall, super fun game. I'm giving it an S tier.
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown.
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown. Me.
I love this game. Yeah, it's messy and buggy, but also it's mad fun. Like, who wouldn't want to go to a real life pizzaplex, bro? Who don't want to hang out with these guys? Chica, Freddy, Roxy. And come on, Glamrock Freddy's my guy, bro. That's my guy right there. That's my guy.
This is my guy. Who is this? Okay. No! Why you doing that? That's my guy!
The whole open world approach was kind of risky, but it works. Oh, whoever made Music Man's theme needs a raise, bro. Yeah, it's flawed, but it's fun and it has a lot of charm. I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna give it an S tier. I'm gonna give it an A tier. I'm gonna give it an A tier. Okay, I just want to go into this by saying, one, I have not actually played Secret of the Mimic, but I have seen enough gameplays of it. And two, I have not read any of the Fazbear Frights books. I know. I'm a fake fan. Anyways, going into this game blind, I actually really enjoyed what I saw. I'm honestly glad they kept like the security breach type of gameplay. And I know there are people that are like mixed on the gameplay and saying things like, oh, this isn't what FNAF is supposed to be. It's supposed to be about watching cameras. This isn't FNAF. They changed FNAF. My response is like, do you really want the same type of gameplay for the whole freaking series? Because the gameplay for the first couple of games was literally just this. If all the games had the same type of gameplay, the same type of mechanics for the whole freaking series, it would get boring. And I think that's why so many people like Security Breach. Like, it was different. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Okay, I'll stop. And I was not expecting any of these lore reveals in the game, bro. I was watching Corey play this, and I remember being so confused seeing like the OG Pizzeria and like all these other connections. The lore was already complicated as is, and now it just added like 50 more pages to the lore. This is why I miss MatPat, bro. Anyway, the game's not perfect. It has some sections that kind of drag, but it's got a solid atmosphere, good tension, and enough lore to keep the theorists fed for like the next 15 years. Overall, strong entry. Not mind-blowing, but definitely good. B tier.
I'm Golden Freddy. I like to scare, and when I scare, I become a nightmare.
And that's gonna do it for my definitive FNAF ranking. Let me know what you guys think. What game do you think I ranked too high? What game do you think I ranked too low? Oh yeah, and make sure to bite that subscribe button while you at it. I know, I stole that from my friend from the last horror movie video. Check that out if you haven't. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.